Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my brow routine for you guys, which is why my brows are just completely bare. So, let's just jump right in. This is what I'm working with. Let me show you. Let me zoom in here. Okay, so this is what I'm currently working with. In high school, I did overpluck. I overplucked in this section here. I really wish that this was like a straight line to make a more flat brow. Right now my brows are like wank wank. And I have naturally high arches. My hair grows actually beyond here. It'll grow like all the way up here and it just looks like super, like look at that brow muscle. This one is the same deal. I have tried to grow them out before and I managed to pull like hairs right here. You see there's like little sparse hairs, but nothing ever grew right here. A couple, so I don't pluck there anymore. I really don't. I only pluck like down here and right here. Unfortunately though, they just have never really grown back. I'm putting my hair back because the first part is going to be a little messy. Now, as you probably saw, I have really dark brow hair. It's pretty much black. If I wanted to match the color of my brow hair, I would have to use a black pencil. When I was younger, I used to fill them in with black eyeshadow. That's how dark my brows are. When I had my natural hair, my natural brows, black eyeshadow. I never tried black eyeliner, but it probably would have matched. So what happens is when I pencil in my brows and they're super black like this, you can kind of like really tell that they're penciled in, and it just kind of, especially in up close pictures like on Instagram and stuff, the hair doesn't blend in that well with whatever color I put on there. So to fix that, I bleached my brows. I originally got this idea from Nicole Guerrero and then I did a little bit of research on it, and they say that bleached or lighter brows make brown dark eyes kind of stand out more. So once I read that, I was like, oh, let's try this. So this is by Sally Hansen and it says for face and body. I got the extra strength one because it came with this big tub, and when you get the regular one, it just comes with like a tiny tube. Right, now it's time to mix, and this is where I start to feel like a mad scientist. So using the millimeter scale on the mixing cup, pour the powder activator up to the 5 milliliter line as shown. That seems like a lot. Activator. I'm gonna do the 2.5 milliliter because I really don't think, I better listen to the directions. Okay, we're game. We're at the 5 milliliter line. That's a lot. Well, we're making a lot today. Next up, you're going to fill that little cup with, this is the actual bleach. This is without the activator. Whoa! And I'm gonna fill this up all the way to like the 15 line. Oops, guess I didn't put it in there. Okay, that's what you look like, and then we're gonna stir. It smells really good, surprisingly. Doesn't smell very strong. I kind of brush my hair the opposite direction so I can make sure I'm getting under all of those hairs. You see what I did there? Ooh, it's tingling. If it's tingling, that means it's working. Now I'm just gonna put on a stopwatch and stop it probably about 6 minutes. It says to keep it on for 8 minutes, but that's for full-on bleached hair, so I'm gonna check it like at 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and 6 minutes. That's what I'm thinking. And then if you want to kind of check the brows, just use the spatula to scrape some of it off. They're looking lighter, but I want them a little bit lighter. Alright, so it has been 8 minutes, and as much as I kind of want to keep it on a little bit longer, the directions recommend that you take it off after 8 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I have a towel that I don't care about, so I'm just going to wipe it off with that. Shazam! This is challenging because I have makeup on. I'm just using a brush to blend the makeup that's like around the brows, so it's not like such a harsh line. There, bam! Now it's time to fill these bad boys in, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So today I'm going to be using this product right here. This is a new brow pencil by It Cosmetics. This is the original brow power pencil, and the only thing that I didn't like about it was how thick the tip was. I don't know if you can see that, but it was kind of hard to get a really precise line, which is what I need. And then they solved that problem when they brought out this bad boy. Much more precise tip on this. It's going in with universal dark brown, and this is legit how I do my brows no matter what product I'm using. I start by just drawing an outline. So I start from here because your brow is supposed to start right about here, right about there. Give or take, no worries, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then right about there from your pupil, your nose, that should be where your arch is. And then from the corner of your eye here, which as you can see my brows don't really grow right there. If I start right here and make like a pretty straight line, almost straight, and I'm bringing that bottom portion of my arch like way down. And it's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. Okay, so you see instead of having such like a crank crank, it's more like a shoop. Yep, that just happened. And right here is where I have all this negative space where it's like, oh, I wish I would grow hair there. So then this is where you're just gonna start filling that in. I start going in really lightly, going in the direction of the hair. See, like right here the hair is going down. Right here the hair is going kind of at an angle. And right here the angle's a little bit more flat. So you just follow the direction of the hair. Okay. Then when you get to the top, I kind of do the same thing, but my gosh, it's even lighter. Because I want the top to be a little bit more straight as opposed to arched. I want a flatter brow. I just think it looks super flattering on my eye shape. Okay, then when I get right here, I'm gonna do this. Pressure, flick, pressure, flick, pressure, pressure, flick, pressure, flick. And just keep doing that. Shazam! Just to make that fuller. Yes! Okay. Much, much better. Okay. And one of the great things about these pencils is it has a built-in spoolie on the other side. And you just want to go through. I mostly spoolie the top because I want that to look a little bit more natural. I personally don't mind if this bottom line looks really dramatic. That's just the way I like it. Some people like it dramatic, some people don't, no worries. You see the difference? Do you see the difference? This is epic. This is a big change for me. If you want to clean it up a little bit more, here's something else you can do. This is a flat definer brush in E15 from Sigma, but you can use whatever works for you. I've also seen people use angled brushes, but this is just kind of what I prefer. It's a straight flat all the way across. You're gonna need a concealer or you can use a primer. My favorite thing to do is to use this Mika Beauty eye primer. If you're looking for something a little bit more drugstore, then I definitely recommend the NYX Dark Circle Corrector. I know that it's technically for dark circles, but it's still a concealer, and for me, like, I don't know, I think it works just as nice. So I'm just gonna run this flat brush along the back. If you get too much, you can kind of do this on the back of the lid or on the inside of the lid. Another reason I do that is to create a really sharp, almost like tip. And then again, I just start here, small, short strokes, and I go swoop. And it's just gonna clean it up. And honestly, looking at my brow, I think I want to take this down a little bit lower. And you see how easy it is to do that? Wasn't that like so easy, guys? No matter what brow pencil you get from whatever brand, it needs to be one with a thin tip so you can get those brush strokes. I personally recommend the one from It Cosmetics, and now that they have the super skinny version, for me it's personally a no-brainer. This is my holy grail go-to brow pencil. I really like this more than a lot of other brands too because It Cosmetics in anything that they do has added benefits. So for example, I talked about it in my skincare video, but their brow pencil has enhancing biotin, collagen, and antioxidants. Yes, yes, and yes. I can use all of those, and I would love for it to not just enhance my brows temporarily because I'm putting the pencil on, but to see change over time with it actually enhancing my brows in general. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through the other brow. Is that not like such an amazing difference? I will try to do a side by side so you can see how I looked in the beginning of this video with my dark, sparse brows, and now when I add that brow pencil, clean it up with the concealer, I mean, like, yes, this is where I wish my brows were all the time. And using this technique of bleaching and then using a super fine tip pencil, that's the way to go. I used to have to use a couple of products to try to get my brow looking right, and for some reason, no matter what I did, well, I know the reason, it's because my hair was too dark. You could see that it was colored incorrectly, but these areas were super light compared to that big slab of dark hair that was just like prickling all throughout the middle. So I definitely recommend, if you're gonna do anything that I suggested in this video, that you consider using the bleach to bleach them a little bit. If you're young, don't do it. Just wait, because I don't want any crazy emails from parents saying that you bleached off your eyebrows. But if you're older and you are willing to experiment with something like this, take every precaution necessary. Try for 6 minutes. You can always bleach them more, but you can't bleach them less. And then just, yeah, give it a try. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you learned something from it. If you did, be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know your brow routine, if it's as complex as mine, if you already bleach your brows, or maybe you do something else that I might find interesting, because I'm always looking for new ideas, new skills, new things to experiment. I love experimenting with makeup. It's one of my favorite hobbies. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and me and my brows will see you in my next video. Bye!